They've got a bit more initiation and a bit more roaming. Their support duo is much more conventional.
10 seconds.
They should have enough freedom to be able to help out Velo this game.
5
The
seconds
Doom is certainly going
remaining.
to be helpful against the Omni Knight. I mean, it's helpful against anybody. And Lotac now, I guess they want to go for their carry here. Man, they wish that they could pick Ursa right now. It's a fantastic Ursa game.
Dire team
Monkey King,
back.
maybe? Nope, okay, just Terrorblade. So, really good physical damage. They need, if they're going to have Omni Knight in the off lane, they do need a lot of damage. A lot of real damage from their other two positions. So, I don't mind this Terrorblade pickup. Again, that is potentially going to bump the Lifestealer over into thinking about a Radiance build this game, just because Radiance is pretty damn annoying for Terrorblade to deal with. But if Tigers want to play fast, then the Radiance build might feel a little bit slow, and we'll see kind of your Armlet, Echo Saber, Deso kind of a flavor instead. Just depends on how Tigers want to play, and a lot of that is going to come down to their last pick. Here. In terms of Tiger's last pick, of course you're playing against Terrorblade, so you're now probably thinking about stuff like Zeus, thinking about the Tinker at least a little bit, though I don't know if Tinker is super appealing for their lineup right now. They don't have great things to like teleport onto, or they do have pretty good, like they can play a pretty decent siege style with the Tinker, where Tinker comes in, puts down some arches, Lifestealer goes up, he hits the building a few times with the Enrage.
5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick.
So, okay, yeah. Tinker Band and Lotac. What's it going to be for mid lane? I still think Dragon Knight is okay. Yeah, they're just not knowing the matchup makes this pick harder. You want to go for a safer mid lane pick. I think they also want to go for someone else who is worth dooming. Then at least one of your Terrorblade and the other hero is going to get away scot-free in every fight. If they're just playing, like, I don't understand this Puck ban at all, because if Lotac pick Puck, you just like doom the TB every fight. If you can scout him and doom him before he gets Metamorphosis off, then you're done. That's it. You've just won the fight at that point. So I think the Puck is a weird pick because I think Lotac are going to diversify a little bit more than that. The other thought could be that, hey, Terrorblade is enough damage, we could just pick some more control, but I wouldn't personally be a big fan of that, especially given that Tigers could now double down and they could get some more scaling and some more late game if they really wanted to. Like if Lotac's lineup is looking a little bit meek in the late game, let's say.
Dire team pick.
But Lotac just going for Witch Doctor. Okay, so is Rubik now mid? Is that what's happening now? Really? Okay, I mean it's not even a good Rubik game. Is it? I mean Grimstroke spells are pretty good. Earth Spirit spells or whatever, Lifestealer spells or whatever, and Doom, I mean sure, if you can get Doom that's great, but good luck. Okay, so Tigers now, what do they do? I feel like they can they not just pick Zeus in this spot? Is that too crazy? Is Zeus still the Terrorblade counter? Is that still a thing, or is that a remnant of a past patch? No, okay, they're just gonna go for Pug. They like this hero way too much to pass it up here. Okay, well that's some more nice stuff for the Rubik to steal. More push. It's a little bit more the kind of style that I think we expect from Tigers. It's pretty good against Terrorblade as well. Decrep's annoying. The Blast is useful against the illusions to a point. So, all right, let's see how this goes. I do like the one thing I do like about. So personally, not a big fan of Rubik mid. Let's get that out there. I don't like seeing Rubik mid, but I do like the Witch Doctor with the Elder Titan. I think this is a stronger support duo than the Rubik Elder Titan would have been. So with this, I think they've really made their early game quite a bit stronger, and I think they can now fight back a little bit against this Earth Spirit Grimstroke setup. I don't think that means that they're going to end up going full-on tri-lane versus tri-lane. I would imagine we're still just going to be seeing kind of traditional lane setups. There's maybe some slight incentive for Tigers to go aggressive, but I don't know how this Omni Knight Doom matchup actually goes. My gut says that maybe it's a little bit Omni Knight favored, but hard to say. Both of these heroes have gone through quite a lot of changes, so I don't actually know. Like, I'm mostly just counting on the fact that, like, Purification is such a useful tool, but then it also depends on what build the Doom goes for. Like, he might just be impossible to push out of the lane with the new Devour, but then the new Devour is also being nerfed, so lots of questions, and the only place we're going to find answers is in this game. So let's get to it. Lotac lead 1-0 in this best-of-3 series. The loser of this isn't going to be out of the minor qualifiers, but they will have a much longer road as they head down into the lower bracket. There is only one spot available for Southeast Asia, so only one of the 4 teams is going to make it through and keep their hopes alive of an appearance at Dream League Season 11. But let's get into it. We are going to have Dendi on the Pugna, 1437 on Grim. So let's do some old school introductions here. Velo on the Doom. We've got ourselves Zephyr on the Earth Spirit, and finally we have Moon Meander on the Lifestealer. I'm still not sure what's going on with Mushi, or what the situation is. Yamate now in a little bit of trouble. Actually make that a lot of trouble. He's going to throw out the Paralyzing Casket, bounces over to the Grimstroke. Yamate looking like he's going to be first blood. They try and pop up onto 1437. They do manage to punch him down. Raven's got good damage. They've also got the Rubik coming in here now. Trouble for Zephyr. Can he get a roll away? I think he might need to look forward. He does have a Fairy Fire. Might just be able to keep on running. Fairy Fire keeping him alive. He's under the tower. Raven still wants this. Salve gets popped. And Raven now needs to dodge the roll. Will be able to. Zephyr's down in the river. This is a bit of trouble. Who's actually going to get the bounty runes now? Bounty runes. Scam will get that one. Up top, it's 1 for 1. Moon and Ohio not having anything to do with this. And Scam will get the second. And Zephyr ends up dying. Okay, so they ended up getting 2 on the side of the... 3 bounty runes for Lotac and 2 kills. They lose the first blood, but I think they're still going to be pretty happy with that. And Tiger's actually choosing to run the Lifestealer 1v1 against the Omni Knight and running an aggressive tri-lane into this Terrorblade. It is going to be Scam once again playing the position 1 here, so Lotac adjusting a little bit. It looks like they would prefer Scam on that carry roll.
I don't think so.
Raven, alright, coming over here. We're gonna look for a little bit of a wraparound, perhaps. So this is what I was talking about. I think the Witch Doctor ET is a much better tri-lane than the Witch Doctor Ruby. Ooh, Raven, can he run this one off? He's got boots. He manages to get out of range of the Inkswell, and now he can come back in with some punches. 1437 wanted to body block this camp, but it's gonna cost him some damage as a result. Raven chasing forward. Decent damage. Still going for it on 1437. He knows that he's just super safe with these boots, so doing whatever he damn well pleases. This is bad. Tigers they're trying to go for an aggro tri-lane to shut down this Terrorblade, but they haven't blocked the pull camp. They're trying to just keep on body blocking the big camp. Zephyr thinks about a roll forward, but not really gonna go for anything here. And Scam is gonna have another Metamorphosis up in 20 seconds time, so that's gonna be pretty scary. Ohio is taking quite a lot of damage up here, though. Moon Meander actually doing very well in this 1v1, so looking like it was a good call for Tigers to send this aggressive tri-lane, though some of that is going to be contingent on whether or not they actually manage to shut down Scam's farm. So far they are not really managing to do so, and Lotac sizing themselves up for a little bit of a pull here, so that's where they can start nickel and diming this advantage. Mid lane going pretty well for the Rubik so far, but Pugna should still be able to get CS. can always just go for the blast. But the Fade Bolt proving to be very annoying. Ooh, Raven, alright, playing some games with his items there. Baiting Zephyr in a little bit. Skem still finding nice farm. Velo gonna head all the way away from the lane just to go and grab a creep. Picks up the ice armor, not the most useful thing in the world. Though unfortunately it was just a Wild Wing Ripper in the other camp, and they've been blocking the big camp to stop it being stacked for the Elder Titans, so they're not gonna get any big creeps from there. And despite a little bit of a slow start, Ohio actually doing just fine up top now. Ooh, needs to pick up a bottle. And we'll do so. Velo, at least this ice armor is going to help him out a lot. He desperately needs this +8, this +8 armor. It'll be interesting to see how the mid lane goes, whether or not the Rubik tries to make any early rotations, or if he's just going to be content to sit here and kind of farm up against the Pugna. A little bit of damage on Skem. Nothing that he won't be able to sustain through. Yamate could also pick up some points in the Voodoo Restoration before too long. They're just trying to tenderize this Terrorblade so that they can just find their opportunity with the roll-in, Inkswell, quick kill. TB is pretty damn squishy, only 580 HP. Poor guy. Actually, what am I saying? Not poor Terrorblade. He's been a top carry for a while. Doing just fine. Alright. Meander stealing some life back. He's just going for a Midas up here, so I feel like Ohio is going to punish him a little bit for this, though he is also going for a Midas. So let's stop looking at top lane because it looks like it's just going to be a farm fest. Though as I say that, Raven is rotating up here and he's got some damage to go for a few punches. Moon Meander. Is he going to get run down? He needs to juke. Raven refreshes the spirit. Looking for one more punch, and that is going to be a killing spree for Raven. Also forcing 1437 away from the bottom lane, and with no Grimstroke at bottom, I think that means no kill potential. What a rotation. Velo. Alright. He's okay for now, but going to take quite a lot of damage off of this level 2 Maledict. And Raven's still just chilling up here. Looks like I can try and stack this camp and then control the 5-minute bounty rune. Looks like it might be a triple bounty for Lotac. Already sitting on a 1k net worth advantage. This game looking pretty in control for them. They've got 3 of the top 4 farmers so far. The Pugna is actually starting to fall behind the Rubik a little bit at mid. And Rubik is going to have his level 6 soon, so he'll be able to steal that blast and start firing it back against the Pugna. And 1437 is just kind of... he's just floating. I don't know what the plan is here. I guess he's just hoping to run up at mid and find a quick kill. I don't think he was scouted there, but they know that there's a big Raven... oh my god, look at this Elder Titan. He's going to hit so damn hard. Moon Meander, what can you actually do? Pops the rage, trying to get out of here. Roll in from Zephyr. They're sending all of their resources up to the top to try and help out Moon Meander. And this is not the way that this is supposed to be going. Zephyr in some trouble. Juking around the tree line. Does have 7-stick charges. Ohio now coming in. Couple more punches is going to do it. Can Ohio finish off this kill over at mid lane? Is that a solo kill? Hello? Maybe Witch Doctor helping out a little bit? Alright. Lotac are just annihilating Tigers right now. Skem's just going to retreat into the jungle. He's doing just fine. Velo grabbing some farm at bottom, but Lotac making all the moves. Very much in control of the game. And Rubik with the Arcane Supremacy is actually going to start chunking this tower. Oh, man. Well... Operation Shutdown Terrorblade was a failure. Lifestealer, is he still going for this Midas? Yes. Moon Meander, that is still the plan for him. Maybe there's still some potential here for Tigers to kind of drag this game a little bit. That might be an okay strategy, but they look so far behind already. And it's only 7 minutes into this game. Raven's already got some phase boots. Ooh, 1437. You gotta be careful. Alright, there's the Inkswell. And there's the Spirit. Plus 158. Raven's chasing. 1 hit. 2 hits. Shrine comes in. Get the refresh. 3 hits. Alright, they might be able to save him, but I don't think they can kill Raven. There's the slow. Zephyr doing everything that he can. Meanwhile, the Doom dies at bottom. Alright, well, was that an easy kill? Was that a Sunder kill? No, this is just Yamate being Yamate on his Witch Doctor. He's just running around and finding easy kills. They're making so much damn space for this Terrorblade. Can they kill the Rubik in mid? Maybe if he plays ultra aggro. Oop. Roll misses. Slow. Turn around. Try and kill Dendi. Won't be able to do it. Stick charges and the Fairy Fire keeping him alive. He's got the blast. There's nothing to stop this salve just yet. Zephyr, you gotta be careful about chasing this buddy. They do have Velo coming in trying to help. The Shrine's already being used. Yamate does have the paralyzing casket. Doesn't end up bouncing. Zephyr's gonna be brought down. Velo does get in here with the Infernal Blade. He's also got the Doom. Scam, no Metamorphosis. The Doom comes out onto Yamate, but that just might make him a little bit easier to deny. Scam, can you do it? Won't be able to. Velo does find a double. Okay. He just skilled up the Doom in the middle of that fight, and Velo, maybe a bit of frustration after the previous game, is just going to bomb it out. He wasn't able to use his Primal Split very effectively in the previous game, so this game I think he's just like, ah, screw it. I've got my ulti, I may as well. May as well use it. Wait, oh. Thunderclap. Velo. Another bounce back. This Maledict is doing way too much damage. I think he's just dead to that, though. Rubik needing to be a little bit careful. He's getting drained out. Manages to get around the corner. He's got another Fade Bolt. Turns it around. The blast from Dendi finishes the kill. Okay. So both mid lanes getting pretty active. We saw Moon die. Oh, we didn't see Moon die up top, but we might see him die up here once again. Does get a nice little juke around the tree. Gets his salve off. Raven juking out of the way of the roll. Does not have enough mana to go for a TP out, but he's actually just super fast and now playing games with Zephyr.
Is under attack.
The ink flows with ease.
I am a little bit worried about this Rubik's back-to-back deaths. Does definitely need a couple of items this game, but TB still farming great. Skem just going to be going for a Yasha early on here. No Midas just yet for Ohio. Zephyr trying with the pushback. They will be able to grab that one bounty rune. Raven dodging out of the way of the roll. Looks like he might just be okay here. Moon's chasing forward. Never mind. Velo is once again just around the corner. That'll be 4 heroes converging from Tigers to find that quick kill. And Yamate's just farming bottom. Alright. You go, Yamate. Why not? Get this Witch Doctor some farm. This Death Ward's actually going to be pretty sick this game. We'll shred the Doom. He's picked up a little bit of armor, I suppose. Bassie's going to help him out. And they have another Doom off cooldown in 10 seconds. Are they just going to go for Raven again? They haven't been able to find Skem at all. He's just farming literally the safest place on the map at this moment. Going in. And yeah, looking like Raven is going to be brought down here. Very quick kill. And they brought the Pugna down here as well, so they will be able to put some pressure onto the tier 1 tower. Moon is going to be going for the Radiance build this game, so very greedy, Midas into Radiance. Feeling confident about his ability to match up against the Terrorblade with this build. And also probably feeling somewhat confident about their late game potential, though he is just getting pummeled by Ohio at the moment. Alright, turn around with the Rage. Nothing to do. Rage stolen. Death Ward dropped down. Moon Meander just gonna get dropped. Velo, what's he actually got? He's dropped the Doom out onto the Omni Knight. It's doing a lot of damage, especially with this Heavenly Grace. 1437 now also TPing in. Can they find this kill into Yamate? Does get slowed down. Roll in from Zephyr. This is once again everybody from Tigers rotating in. But Lotac also they've also committed a lot of heroes up here. The Rage is available for the Rubik, and that's going to keep him alive. Skem running forward. He just wanted a Sunder, but he gets soulbound over to the Rubik. Though they won't have any follow-up for that on the Tigers side, so... Alright. Pop a salve and right back to farming. Bottom tier 1 tower did end up going down, so Lotac not able to hold on to that. Raven is just now going back for points in the Echo Stomp, so good deep push for him. Rubik's almost got his Aether Lens. Still not super convinced by this Rubik, but we'll see what Chion's going to be able to do. If he steals Doom even once, he'll probably look pretty sick. Another smoke. Tigers really looking for the Rubik. Is there any way for him to play his way out of this one? I don't think so. He's just going to get drained out. It's a dominating streak for Dendi. And now Tigers will set their sights on this mid-tier 1 tower. Be able to tank it up on the front line. Zephyr getting gone on up top. He'll be brought down. Moon is just farming down bottom. Still ages away from this Radiance. I'm even going to just stop looking at him. Ohio just going to be looking for a Yule Scepter, a little bit of extra control that they are somewhat lacking from their lineup. Up top, Scam focusing onto the tower. He's going to cop some damage. I think he should be okay. Sunder's on cooldown, however. So, just going to TP down bottom and grab that little bit of additional farm down there. Yamate in a somewhat dangerous situation. I think he should be alright. Gonna spot that 1437 has these 2 observer wards, so should be able to get a nice D ward somewhere with his sentry. Alright. Raven just forced into rage. Tigers doing what they love doing, just rallying behind this Pugna, taking tier 1 after tier 1. They did manage to bring down mid. So they are, I would imagine that they're still falling behind in experience, the way that they've been playing. Maybe the Lifestealer is still keeping them in a decent situation since he's a reasonably high level and he's just off on the other side of the map farming with a Midas. But other than that, they have been 4-manning a whole lot. And they do need to be a little bit careful, though they are getting about the same response from Lotac, kind of committing 4 heroes. Rubik's in the area if help is required. They're going on Yamate and they just explode him. The Creprify plus all of those nukes make quick work of the Witch Doctor. Nothing that Ohio could do to help. Alright, and the bottom, Scam battling up against Moon. Does have the Infest to heal himself back up. Scam has a Sunder in 6 seconds time, but I'm not sure that's looking all that appealing. He's actually TPing over towards top. Is he going to look for a Sunder in this engagement? Is there actually going to be an engagement is the question. Can they catch anybody? Looking towards Velo. What can they actually find? Looks like Zephyr was in pretty deep, but finds a nice angle to roll away. And that 15-minute bounty rune battle is actually going to be a successful one for Tigers as they grab 2 at bottom. And Meander picks those up and right back to farming. A little bit of, a little bit of lost Midas efficiency here, but we won't hold it against him too much. There's Scam just working his way towards a Manta style. Probably a fairly early BKB for him this game. I don't know, can he rely on the Heavenly Grace? Can he just tank up and then like Butterfly Scotty kind of a situation and not have to buy BKB? I think BKB is just too important, right? Even once he sees the Radiance come out on the Lifestealer, I feel like the BKB is going to be pretty important. Alright, Tigers get that tier 1. Lotac having a little bit of trouble setting up their fights, similar to the problem that we saw Tigers have in the previous game. They just don't have the best initiation from their supports. I mean, Rubik might get a blink or something eventually, but until that time, they don't have the best way to start off these fights. And Tigers really taking full advantage of that. They've got the Earth Spirit to set things up for them. But in the farm war, Scam still leading the way, is going to be going in for this early BKB. Very high armor, not too worried about the Lifestealer, to be honest, and just going to keep on punching him. Moon Meander needing to be very careful. He's always got the Infest up his sleeve, a real teamfight breaking out over on the other side. They've gone onto Yamate first. Who have they found now? The Rubik getting doomed up. Velo still chasing onto him. They're going to pop that drum charge and just keep on running forward. Earth Splitter trying to buy some space. Raven doing his best, but now he's the target. Velo able to just keep on diving in pretty deep, though Raven is a bit too fast for them to chase him down, and Lotac are just going to end up losing 2 here. Rubik mid, not looking so crash hot. I mean, he did just get doomed there, but Lotac aren't really in a position to fight, and if you're not in a position to fight as a Rubik mid, what are you really doing? Because They're not really that scary if you're farming up. Moon Meander is just getting harassed at every turn, though, by these Lotac heroes. Scam does have Metamorphosis ready to go. This could actually be a decent fight. They're trying to bait with Ohio somewhat. That might just work. It's going to pop everything. Now they come in. Velo, can he get out of range here? Ohio chasing forward. They just don't have the lockdown. Velo's just walking this one off. They do manage to get the stomp. Roll forward. Zephyr trying to go onto Ohio. They keep Velo alive. Zephyr looking like he's going to pay for this one with his life, but this isn't Metamorphosis committed, so only losing the Earth Spirit, not a big deal at the end of the day. Doom just a bit too tanky to be brought down. Lotac are running forward, at least looking for a ward, maybe looking for a little bit more. Yamate up onto the high ground. It's got this Death Ward ready to go. It does good damage. Velo's quite tanky, but that Fade Bolt coming in, and this last Maledict tick should do it. Velo doing a little bit of shopping before he goes down, is working towards a Midas of his own. And it seems to me like Tigers are telling themselves that if they just play for like Refresher Ag's Doom or something, that they've got this one in the bag. Though, I don't know, I'm a little bit worried. Moon Meander, alright, now leads it up. Yamate just gonna go for the TP out. Is the roll gonna be in time? It will! Zephyr finds the angle. Scam, still fighting though. He wants this kill onto Moon and he's gonna get it. He doesn't even have the Metamorphosis, but he's just chopping everybody to death. Lift back, can they finish this Earth Spirit kill? Scam in some trouble. Couldn't get off the Sunder. This is a bit too deep from Lotac. They only had 3 heroes up here, and even the Rubik brought down now. Your own worst enemy is right. That was a bit of a weird dive. Getting very punished by the Grimstroke there. Okay, so Ohio back to farming. He's just going for an S and Y. Looking for a little bit of scaling potential here. Does have that 90 GPM talent running the entire time, so net worth shouldn't really be a problem for him. Dendi leading the way over on the Tigers side appears to just be going for a Glimmer Cape. Alright, nice. Lots of little items for him so far. And Skem, how's that BKB going? He has opted to pick up a Dragonlance. Okay, so will not be going in for that BKB early. Where's the Radiance at? It's a good question. It's 3.5k gold. Doesn't even have the relic yet. It's not that far down on the net worth, but this is not a free farm lifestealer. Dendi trying to bait a little bit with his bouncy rune, but not going to really do anything. Rubik just working on some Boots of Travel. Is he going to lead the DD here? No. Scam is not interested in a DD. I don't think he's really interested in anything until he picks up his BKB. So, waiting on BKB on the Lotac side, waiting on Radiance, I suppose, on the Tigers side, and everybody else just kind of doing their own thing in the interim. Velo is going to start beefing up that initiation potential for Tigers a little bit more as he sets his sight on a Blink Dagger. And I said that Lotac weren't going to do anything without the BKB, but that was a lie. They've actually got a 4-man smoke cruising its way down towards bottom. What can they find? They spot the Lifestealer. He is relatively tanky. Hardly any strength items, but does have 1700 HP. And they're also going for a Infest smoke of their own. Alright, well, scratch all of that. I just said that nobody wanted to fight. Everybody wants to fight. And Lotac are going to be the ones jumped on first. Rubik won't be able to get anything off. Double Doom coming in, and that is going to be 2 quick kills. Paralyzing Cask, buying a bit of space. Skem TPing out, looks like he's going to be okay. Ohio pops the Heavenly Grace, tries for the TP out, but there's way too many stuns for that. It's not a repel TP anymore, my friend, and Ohio looking like he'll also be brought down. These Phantoms getting thrown out at a ridiculous rate with the Heavenly Grace status resistance as well. I mean, there are a bunch of abilities this game that status resistance is actually not that good against. Like, it's not that great against Doom. It's really not that great against Phantom's Embrace. So, this Omni Knight pick does not seem to be doing a whole lot. And Tigers, with that, almost have the Radiance finished. Skem still #1 on the net worth, but Doom catching up on him somewhat. And the impact of the Rubik and the Omni Knight starting to feel a little bit questionable. Zephyr, ooh. Veil of Discord on this Earth Spirit, so much damage from this Pugno. And Rubik giving up on the Boots of Travel is just going to be going for a BKB, getting jumped on way too much in these fights. He doesn't even really have like a consistent steal this game. I guess he wants to get his hands on like Stroke of Fate or something and just keep on spamming, but I don't think that's going to be winning them any team fights. Ooh, 147. Wanted to come in here and put down a ward, but he runs straight into a sentry and straight into his death. He did actually have 3 observer wards ready to go. Skem, is this Metamorphosis actually going to do that much for them? They're thinking about going into Roshan. Tigers, do you know about this at all? No. They didn't have any of those wards on the map. They are none the wiser. Okay, there's the scan. They know what's going on. They do have a buyback available. Who's heading over right now? They've got the Radiance on the Lifestealer. This is a decent timing if they can get in here, but it might just be a little bit too late. Roshan down to about a quarter. They're loading this up. Zephyr needed some mana. It's to get that Veil back out of his backpack, and Lotac, quick as you like, take the Aegis, and that is going to 100% secure this Terrorblade's BKB. Bit of trouble for the Elder Titan over at mid. He's also gone for a Hand of Midas. What is happening this game? Everybody's just like, yes, I see you are going for the late game. I too am going for the late game. Only one of them can be right, but I guess we'll have to see who it is. Raven, gonna get jumped. Roll forward, not gonna connect, but they got that boulder smash and easy slow into the drain, bring him down. And with the Elder Titan dead, actually fairly difficult for Lotac to depush, so Tigers, looks like they are going to be able to set up camp. Skem, a very confident TP in, but he might get punished for that. Rubik running a little bit too far forward. The double doom gets split out over onto Skem. Buybacks coming through. Rubik coming back into this fight. Earth Splitter, can they kill off Moon? He gets dragged back in. Now the lift. Moon brought down. This is a pretty expensive fight. They used 2 buybacks. Can they catch a little bit more? The Paralyzing Cask. Nice blink away from Velo. Dendy running it off, does have the Glimmer Cape soon, and Pugna, just a fast hero with those unbroken Tranquil Boots. Looks like he's going to be okay. Oh, actually, 1437 over at mid. Alright. Looking somewhat dead, perhaps. Is there any more follow-up? Yeah, the Spirit Stomp in a second. See ya. So that cost them a Rubik buyback. They get the Lifestealer kill. They save their tier 2. They also bought back on the Elder Titan. I mean, I hesitate to call that worth it, but they are getting something now as they march down mid. And the BKB is coming on the Courier, so they've got meta and BKB. Terrorblade hitting a fantastic timing. See if Tigers, if they can fight up against this. They do have their Lifestealer back up now. Skem just going to be going for a Butterfly. Ooh, Yamate finds himself a tasty 80 gold. Quick kill on that Nether Ward. Windmander is just going for a Solar Crest. Okay. Actually, is he even going for the full Solar Crest, or does he just want the... Okay, he just wants a Manta style. What is there to Manta off this game? Not really anything. Is this just for more Radiance? More Radiance memes? Is that the plan, Moon? I'm a little bit confused. Alright. Lotac take a free tier 2 tower. They've got the strongest hero on the map right now in this Terrorblade. Velo just picking up a Crimson Guard. Is the Crimson Guard that much better than, say, Shiva's here? Crimson's probably still pretty good. He's just kind of getting an anti-Terrorblade item. Nope. See you, Rubik. Very easy kill. Rubik has 7k net worth. Not really pulling his weight. Oh, and they roll forward onto the Omni Knight. Ohio just standing here, straight up silenced and easily killed. Not a good place to be. They're going to ping out the potential ward over here, but... Alright, Tigers with those 2 quick core kills. Swinging things right back the opposite direction. Radiant Glyph is going to get popped, buys them a little bit more time. Dendy working his way towards a Dagon.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
And Lotac, what do they do here? They just hope that the Elder Titan can defend here. Alright. They can force the rage. Wait, Raven running forward with his main hero. This is not where you want to be. That's 3 dead now. Hello? Lotac? Alright, Skem's coming in. BKB's gonna get forced. He has to commit everything now. Can he actually find a fight? Okay, uses the BKB, but not the Metamorphosis. Now he's being doomed up. Alright, run for the fountain. Tier 3 dead. Blasting onto the rest of it. Ohio running forward. Terrorblade, what can they do? Can they actually find a catch? Ohio doesn't have the Yule Scepter or anything. Skem's just running forward, but they don't have the lockdown. Zephyr, do they have any disables for this man? Yes, they do. They will manage to kill off the Earth Spirit, but Lotac just losing their tier 3 tower absolutely for free. Tier 2 dead. Tier 3 dead. Ooh! Wait, Rubik has Doom. How did this happen? This shouldn't happen. What happened, Vila? Alright, well this is a big timing. 20 seconds to go on the BKB. Skem did manage to hang on to the meta. Roshan's still down for at least another 3 minutes. And Lotac, the line is drawn towards bottom lane. This Doom is getting pretty scary. And Vila, well, I asked why go for the Crimson over the Shivas. Vila is going to respond, porque no los dos, and just go straight into the Shivas after that. They're pretty much just itemizing against the Terrorblade at this game. That's the arms race. Everybody on Tigers is buying items to make Terrorblade's life miserable, and only the Terrorblade can really itemize for himself here. I don't know what items Lotac can go for to make it that much easier. Maybe a Lotus or a Lincoln's on the Omni Knight. That is what he's kind of looking at right now. But, alright. Tier 2 taken. Lotac. I like this move. They come up and then they try and like just cross the map with the rest of the team to catch somebody, but Tigers were actually anticipating some kind of high ground push, so nothing gonna end up happening. And they do find the Lifestealer actually over at mid. I didn't even realize that Moon was there. Was he infested into a creep? Wait, what just happened? Hello? Alright. Moon's dead. I didn't think they found anybody, but I guess Lifestealer was inside of a creep at mid lane and now he's dead. My apologies for the T-Tours. 45 seconds to go on Lifestealer respawn. What can they do with this? There's no Dire Glyph available for 3 seconds, so they should be able to repel a high ground attempt. Skem doesn't want to use the meta just for the buildings, I don't think. He really wants to try and find an actual fight. They get the lift up onto the Doom. Not in a great position, Vila. What are you doing in here? He's in trouble. A couple more auto attacks to bring him down. He doesn't have a buyback available. Moon's already bought back. Buyback now from the Doom. If they can disengage on Lotac, this would be huge. And it looks like they might be able to do just that. They let them go. Tigers catch nobody off of the double buyback. They do hold their tier 3, but that is so expensive. And they use Doom. So Doom on cooldown for 2 minutes. Fortunately for them, Metamorphosis also on cooldown for 2 minutes. But some zany plays in this game. TB now has a Butterfly. I think if you're Skem, you just go all in on the damage at this point. Maybe just pick up a Daedalus. I don't really... Oh, maybe you want the Scotty. Your team is so bad at keeping people locked down that maybe you just want the Scotty for the slow, but he's also the only damage source, so he might just need to keep himself damage relevant and go for a Daedalus. I don't think Satanic is the answer at all. They're not going to man fight you. If you get doomed, the Satanic's not going to really help, I don't think. Maybe if you have the Metamorphosis already popped, maybe you just stand there and lifesteal. I think he's just going to get kited, though. I don't think the problem is, like, actually surviving. At least not in the duration of your BKB. I think the problem is getting kited. So either you do a lot of damage in the little bit of time that you do have to hit, or you get the slow. But we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. And now we are down to pretty much nothing on the net worth, pretty much nothing on the experience, and win probability is slightly favoring Lotac, 58-42, but nothing too significant. Roshan's going to be up in 1 minute and 30 seconds. Moon Meander almost has this Manta style. I'm still a little bit confused about the Manta, to be honest.
Top tower is under attack.
I don't know what it's really supposed to be helping him with here. Keeping lanes out, sure. A little bit more farm, sure. But why not just get like an AC or a Basher or something like that? Anyway, Manta up. I just want to see, is he like popping it on cooldown to farm, or is he saving it for something? Okay, now going back for the AC. Raven now with a Shadow Blade, gonna be going for the BKB shortly after that. The natural order could be the big X factor this game. Once Raven gets BKB and he can just stand in the middle of the fight, then everyone should fairly reliably melt to Skem. Okay. Got the double doom coming in. Terrorblade in some trouble. Can they keep him alive? Omni Knight managed to get his BKB off, so he's actually still alive right now. Can they keep this Terrorblade up? They've got the heals for him. He's still silenced for the time being, and they can't actually get out of it. It's a little bit too long. They've lost one Lifestealer. Doomed up in response, though. Rubik managed to steal it. Can they get the Lifestealer out of here? It looks like they should be able to. Ohio dropping fairly low. It's a 1-for-1. Velo dying in the midst of that fight. Yamate doing his best with the heals. Looking for the turnaround up here on the high ground. Dandy thinks about running up. They've got the roll forward. Earth Spirit in the middle of everything, but he gets straight up lifted, and Terrorblade's thinking about coming back into this. He's bought back. Moon. Alright, TPing in onto the shrine. Raven will be next to fall. That's the 2 supports dead. Ohio in some trouble. Skem's trying to come over. Ohio with the Heavenly Grace, able to just run this one off. Needs to be careful of the Phantoms. Skem comes in. This is his fight. But again, I think he's just going to get kited. And he gets tipped by Moon. They know that they can just disengage from the Terrorblade. They saw him pop that Metamorphosis. And away they go. Though the Roshan has respawned, so similar to last time. So similar to the time that he killed 1437 with the Metamorphosis, they do have this backup plan. And Tigers, what can they actually do? Can they come over here and try and contest this? Moon Meandered. Alright, it's going to send the illusions over. They see the Metamorphosis Terrorblade illusion. Alright, illusions are a little bit annoying. More heroes coming over, but they have to commit for this Roshan. They need the Aegis for the Terrorblade. Is he going to pop the BKB? He gets stunned up. Skem, a little bit of trouble. He does have the Heavenly Grace, so the Disable's not sticking for that long. Now he pops the BKB, starts chunking into Moon Meander, who gets bashed up by Roshan. Moon's in trouble. He does have an infest. He's calling for 1437 to come out and help him. Roshan's outside of the pit, so they can't actually finish it off. Skem doesn't have the Metamorphosis. He doesn't have the BKB. He's in big trouble. He does just barely manage to pick up the Aegis, however. So they bring him down. Yamate throws up the Paralyzing Cask. Earth Splitter breaking up the fight. Tigers once again just trying to run for it. Ohio trying to come forward. They do get the lift up onto the Grimstroke, but is that going to be enough? Lotac, I think they need a little bit more. Were there more buybacks used? So Ohio bought back. The Aegis got popped instantly. Dendy, quick shrine. Moon just going for bounties. Yep. Into Ohio. Heavenly Grace the spell, helping him out a little bit. Rubik jumping forward. Rubik still has this Doom. Rubik is getting Doom way too much this game. Way too much. It could actually lose Tigers the game here. Yeah, but we'll see. Both teams have to be kind of afraid. Lots of important buybacks on cooldown. TB is still just aiming for this Scotty. Rubik's got some boots of travel. Omni Knight just going for a Basher. Ohio picking up the 12% degen aura just to try and help with some of these kiting woes that they're having. Still has an 8-second BKB up his sleeve. Oh. Meander showing it mid. If they can doom him, that would be big. They need the Rubik to lead this one off. What can they actually find? Tigers now in the slightly better position. They've fallen back to their high ground. What kind of information do they have? They don't know that anybody's coming. Lotac just coming around the corner now. They spot Raven, they spot Ohio, and Tigers will just continue to kite away. leave the Grimstroke at bottom to push things out. But these Radiance Illusions have already done their work at mid, and it's going to be very difficult for Lotac to force anything, though the creeps at bottom are disabling backdoor protection at mid. Tigers with double catapults are threatening over at top. Do all of them have TPs? They do. They're coming back now. Skem forcing those TPs, but still needs to be careful. There's a Blink Doom on either side. Oh no, the Doom's actually faded from Rubik. Never mind. The Blink Doom initiation from either direction would have been scary, but never mind that. Rubik no longer has it. So Tigers successfully waiting that out. Velo just picking up a BKB, adding a little bit more consistency to their combination plays with the Soulbind. Zephyr's just also picked up a BKB. How's the BKB going on the Elder Titan? Still a little bit to go on that. And Raven just finds some safety in his Shadow Blade. Oh, Raven needs to be careful. Spirit's kind of giving him away here. He's going to be okay, though. Got a Vlad's picked up for Ohio. Okay. I mean, that is kind of helping the Terrorblade. Kind of. Skem almost has the Satanic. Dendi with his Dagon level 4. Still aiming for level 5. Hanging on to buyback all the while. I mean, their qualifier life isn't on the line here. If they lose this game, they're still going to have another chance in the lower bracket. But of course, they would prefer the easier road, and especially after the fact that it did look like they had a pretty serious opportunity to win that previous game, but just kind of bumbled it away a little bit.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Satanic Terrorblade almost has the level 25. Maybe he goes for the Metamorphosis attack range this game. Just going for a Hurricane Pike. Okay, I mean, that is somewhat of a kiting solution. Oh, nope, that's also a kiting solution. There's the Scotty queued up. Lifestealer is still just Manta farming. Lotac, they've got a Shrine here. Maybe not the best position for Tigers to take a fight. Just scouting things out with their Lifestealers, and they go for a smoke. Lotac backing up. They're also smoked. Skem heading forward. He's on the front lines. Needs to be careful. Where will this Doom land? That's the question. They jump in. They get the stomp. They're looking for Skem. They get the double Doom out. This should be a total disaster. Lotac, can they kite away from this? They're focusing onto Ohio first. Skem did actually manage to get his BKB off, so he's still fine. He pops the Metamorphosis, but with no BKB, can he actually sit here and fight? He gets an early Sunder out. The Earth Splitter's coming through, doing a lot of damage. Dendi's dead. So is Velo. Moon Meander trying to stand his ground and fight, but this Death Ward from the low ground doing so much damage. Moon Meander in big trouble. He gets lifted up. He's brought down. Dendi's bought back already, trying to return to this fight, but Skem, too much damage. Finishes off the double kill. They lose Ohio immediately, but they just couldn't focus on the Terrorblade, and that is going to be a big fight win for Lotac. All of the damage being done by the TB, though the Elder Titan doing just as much work. Well, I mean, about half as much work. Well, Observer pausing the game. Whoops. Phenol, is that you? Anyway. Alright. Skem still has a tiny bit left of this Metamorphosis. Heads up onto the high ground. Tigers do have 2 buybacks available. They might be able to wait for the Doom, but this Lifestealer is going to get forced out. Can they actually kill Skem? Force staff away. He's got the Satanic, he's got the Sunder. I think he's actually alright. He just needs to wait out this rage. He's looking towards Moon. They silence him up. He gets the BKB off. He Sunders the Illusion just for some HP. And now he's going to try for the TP out just in time. He escapes. Raven might not be so lucky. Force staff a little bit further away. Finds himself a haste. And I think that is going to punch his ticket to freedom. Alright. Out of all of that, they get the buyback on the Lifestealer. They get the tier 3. Ohio's still dead. Oh, they actually got the range tracks as well. Alright. Moon just about to grab his AC here. I mean, that's going to help a little bit, though. I don't know if he's going to be able... Still, I don't think he can man-fight the TB. And he's just going to go for an MKB now. So he's gonna, I guess he can rely on the silences and the Doom. Stuff like that. to lock down the Terrorblade. I was thinking that, oh hey, maybe he needs Basher and just needs to rely on like a Lucky Basher and Abyssal Blade to focus down the TB, but I think this MKB is kind of the right path. Like you look at that last fight, they didn't hit the Terrorblade because they didn't think that they could kill him. They wanted the Omni Knight dead first, and then they wanted to go for the Terrorblade shortly afterwards, though. As soon as the Terrorblade got out of the Doom, he seemed just fine. Moon, what are you doing here? Okay, Yamate's smoke gets broken and Moon runs back. If he had been blink lifted, I think that could have been a very treacherous situation. Moon's gonna be fine. He is pretty tanky with this AC, sitting at 48 armor. Still anyone's game. Next fight gonna be important. I'm gonna leave it on buyback status for now. Alright, a couple of shrines getting brought down quickly. Quick work of that one by Skem. Roshan, potential respawn in 5 seconds time. Next big objective. Lotac still have a shrine to be able to TP to. Tigers do not. So, if there's a desperate bid for Roshan, things could get ugly. Dendi a little bit split off from the pack. Can they find him? He's just running away with the Glimmer Cape, but they know exactly where he is. The Decrepify helping keep him alive for a little bit longer. He's got another Decrep soon. Dendi's going to be very difficult to bring down, but this damage is so much. Raven punching into him. Skem also chasing Dendi. Almost finished off. He gets the Glimmer Cape off one more time. Doom comes in. It's only onto the Omni Knight. Can they actually do anything about Skem? He pops everything and now just starts right-clicking through. Velo kiting away from him. Zephyr trying to get the roll, but Raven does manage to block it. They did bring down Dendi. They're going to bring down Zephyr at the same time. Moon split up from the rest of the team as Lotac managing to play together just that little bit better. Roshan has, oh my god, Roshan's super fast respawn. Skem has a DD. What are they going to go for? Mid lane's being pushed out by Velo. Moon Meander trying to stick around down here, but what can they actually do? Velo, what are you going to do here? Please don't try and kill Yamate. I think that's a bad decision. They've got 1, 4 through 7 here. Alright, Velo. Trying to steal the creep wave. He's gonna get lifted though. They've got quite a lot of damage. This Death Ward does good work. They're gonna keep on chasing. Rubik on the prowl. Velo, what's been stolen? That's the stomp. Jump forward from the Rubik into the hoof stomp. Raven with the punches. It's too much damage. Velo's dead. They've bought a little bit of time though. Skem looking for more over at mid. Buyback now from the Doom. Lifestealer's not even back just yet. His TP's still on cooldown for 30 seconds. Moon Meander not interested in coming over here, it seems. Alright, nice little reflection. Get some auras off of the Doombringer, and Skem just keeps on working. His team isn't even anywhere nearby. He's just taking this Rax for free. Hello, Tigers? What is happening right now? He doesn't even have Metamorphosis. He doesn't have meta for 60 seconds. They're just watching him take their Rax. Lifestealer, 6 seconds to go now on the TP, but by the time he has that, it's already going to be 2 lanes of Rax down. Moon is threatening at mid, but what can he actually do? Ohio's here to stop him, and now they've got the Rubik TPing over. Alright, Moon finally with the Rage TP. Heading back, but they just lost 2 lanes of Rax. What? Huh? Alright, Yamate, sorry, not Ohio, now knows that Roshan is up. Terrorblade's got the Scotty, so kiting him is now going to be significantly more difficult. Ooh, and there's an Arcane Rune over here as well. Alright, Skem with Ace. Says hello to Moon. Gonna keep on punching. 1, 4 through 7. Also getting run into now by Skem. Hello. Steven. Alright, Ghost Scepter keeping him alive for now, but now the rest of Lotac are here. Who are they going to doom up this time? Once again, it's only on the Omni Knight. Skem willingly just pops everything, and now he's going to look for this fight. Can they actually keep the Omni alive is the question. He's going to get sundered up by Skem, who pops the BKB. He's also got the Satanic ready to go. Might be looking over towards Moon in a second. He's got another Sunder, but he gets Dagon. Dendi from the sidelines doing the work. Moon Meander still focused in the middle of all of this, though. Can he find an Infest target? He's looking for it, but he can't seem to find anybody. Dendi completely saving this fight for his team. The Infest is not going to be enough to get him out of there. They pop the Vessel. Raven's dead. I mean, Zephyr is dead. Moon Meander dead for 2 minutes. Skem just buys straight back into the game. He almost made the play of the game there. Did get kind of stopped by Dendi, who's going to pop Yamate, but Dendi now going to get popped himself. He's dead for 100. Zephyr wants to join the rest of his team in the afterlife. And he's going to be joining the rest of his team in the lower bracket because Lotac have taken this series 2-0. I don't even know half of what happened in this game. There were some throws one way, there were some throws the other. Classic SEA Dota, but alright, that's gonna do it. What? Huh? I'm so confused. Well, they got double racked? Were they like, oh, we can't fight without Doom? Is that it? Or we can't fight this Terrorblade? I don't know. They seemed confident going into the late game. They're like, ah, yeah, double Doom combo, whatever. It's fine. Don't have to worry about TB. Turns out you do have to worry about TB, especially when it's Skems TB. Gonna end the game 14-3 and 10. I think the Elder Titan doing a surprising amount of damage that game as well. Actually, the number 2 damage dealer for his team. I mean, the Rubik was not too far behind, but alright, that's going to wrap it up for this series. That's going to end the coverage for me today, guys. I'm going to leave you in BCop's very capable hands for the next matchup. So that's going to be Lotac versus whoever won the other series. Let's see if that's up to date already. It might still be going. Oh, no, it's going to be Boom. Okay, so Lotac versus Boom ID, guys. That's going to be here in a little bit. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed all the coverage. We've got lots of great qualifier action coming your way for the minor qualifiers over the course of the next 4 days. So make sure that you stay tuned in. I believe that we have streams on Twitch, and there's also some Facebook streams going on at the same time. So Dota action across the board for you guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will catch you sometime soon for some more Dota.